The Kings of Morganfield, the Emperors of Sturgis, the 1982 Union County Wrestling Team. Our guest here today was a member of the 1982 Team State Championships, and he was also a 1982 State Champion. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Danny Lovell.
And tell us your 1982 weight.
Back in 82, I weighed 105.
I'll say the 1982 105-pound state champion. You were a freshman in 1982, correct?
Yes, sir, I was.
That's what I thought. And to make you feel even better, I wasn't even born yet. Yeah. So there's that. But man, you're a two-time state champion. Your 1985 video is already on the channel. And in case you're new to the series, maybe Danny's videos brought you in, or you just from somewhere else in the state or somewhere else in the country, and you found our channel, is what I like to do is, or the method that we operate on is, if somebody's a multiple time state champion, whatever video we have for them, we go ahead and make contact, film that year, and then put the search on, put the hunt on for the years that we're missing. And wouldn't you know, we had partial 1982. We had a few matches of the 1982 state finals. We've been looking high and low, left and right, up and down, across the street, wherever. And I'll be daggone if that Jambo Smith just didn't have the full video. We done his video, and he's like, oh yeah, I've got the 1982 tape, the full video. And we only, because Jambo's match went to overtime, and the video that we had only had the overtime period. And here we had been, we almost was ready to, put out a ransom for it. And Jambo's like, I've got it. Has Jambo always been like that, just kind of sitting on stuff? Yeah, I've got it. I'm Jambo,
Jambo's a great guy. He was a great wrestler, and a great friend of mine. He's just like a brother to me. And whenever he told me that he had that video, I immediately called my parents, and I think I sent you a message also. Yep. I've been bugging you about it so much. I said, Jambo's got this video, and you said that you knew about it. So,
yeah. Whenever we did his video, we got it lined up, his 1982 and 83. That's another one of the Kings of Morganfield, if you will. Jambo's back 1982 and 83 state champion. On that video, he's like, I've got it. I've got the whole shebang. I've got everything you need. And he sent me the DVD copies. We converted it. Now we have the full 1982 video, and I'm glad, because it's just more meat on the bone that we can tell more stories. That's what this platform is, the State Championship Review Series, is we've had great wrestling in Kentucky for a very long time. We've had great stories. We've had great wrestlers in Kentucky for a very long time. Man, we've just been hid for far too long. And with this platform, man, we're finally giving people a platform, a medium to where they can watch the match videos, hear the stories about maybe somebody they competed against, or maybe it was a little bit older than them they kind of looked up to. Oh, man, I want to be like, this person, or I want to be a two-time state champion like Danny. I want to get my name on that wall. And now, instead of just names on the end of a bracket or names on a banner or whatever, we can actually watch the match videos, hear the stories, what got them there, what advice, they want to pass on, so that way the future generations, man, they can have this and go on and on and on. Now, in your 85 video, we talked about what got you into wrestling, but that's been well over a year ago. So catch us up to speed. Let's get back to that. In Union County, 1976, that was the first year that they won the Team State Championship, the first of their 16 as of August 7, 2025. They had their first state champion, Tim Thomas. Fun fact about that, he beat Mike Bancamper from Campbell County, legendary Campbell County coach, led them to 4 team state championships. And I could kind of tell that still, I don't want to say bothered Mike, but you could tell, man, that was one he wanted, because he was state runner-up to Tim. And so the dynasty in Union County is kind of established. How do you find wrestling?
Well, I found wrestling. I believe I was in the 5th grade. Jared Rudd, he was a
Yep.
classmate of mine, one of my great friends. He came up to me one day. He says, "You want to try out for wrestling? Go out and wrestle." I said, "Sure, no problem." And no, me thinking I didn't know what wrestling was. I thought it was something that you seen on TV.
Yep.
So we first got out to high school, and I was like, "Where's the ring? I let's see these mats." And I think he really got me out to wrestling where he could beat up on me a little bit. Jared was a tough cookie. Him and his brother both Joe Bob. So I owe a lot to Jared getting me involved in wrestling because it's been a great thing.
And like Jared, his 1983 review videos on the channel, you were very instrumental in getting myself and Jared hooked up to do his review video. And Joe Bob, if you watch this, and Brad Hagedorn, reach out to me, man. We got to get your review videos done. We're at the end of the video. We're going to go over some Union County guys that we need to get with. So, but those two we've been on for a while, man. Family friends of those two. Peer pressure works, believe me. Keep on them. Don't stop. Get on them and have them do their review video because we just want to get as many, not just Union County, but across the state, no matter who it is, state champion wise. We just want to get them on the channel and let the world see what we have to offer here in the sport of wrestling. Now, in Jambo's video, I think he said he started in like 6th, 7th grade. And so I would have to imagine you guys were, I guess what? He's probably, I think he's what, 2 years older than you?
Yeah, he's 2 years older than me, and I first met him in '77 when we started the feeder program.
Okay. And I brought up in his video, for the longest time, Union County was known for Dwayne Casey, University of Kentucky basketball star. And that was long before, of course, I guess you guys had won the state championship in team-wise in 76, but of course, Kentucky won the national championship in 78, and Dwayne, was on that team with all those, Macy, Rick Roby, all those guys, Jack Givens, James Lee. I don't want to say, of course, now we know what Union County, I mean, come on, Union County's the show. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that, not just in Kentucky, but across the nation. When you got Jordan and Jaden Rainey doing their thing, you got Luke Ricketts doing his thing at Fargo. We're going to be looking out for Lucas Ricketts' videos too. We've already talked to him, so be looking out for those two. It's 24 and 25 Union County fans. But the cheer, the Union County,
Right.
that echoes throughout. No matter what event you're at, we were at the Bellarmine Duel this past year with Iowa. The Union County crowd, you could hear them whenever Trace Ekman was up wrestling in the finals, placements, all that.
Right.
Could you feel, talking about the feeder program, when you're a younger man, could you feel that this community was like wrapping their arms around us and was going to embrace us like that?
Well, back whenever I wrestled, the feeder program was really big back then. Now it is also, but my first coaches were Jambo and Robert, so I always looked up to those guys, because the high school guys would be coaching the younger ones. So, and they were instrumental in a lot of us.
Well, man, I mean, you couldn't pick two better guys, I guess, to look up to and have as a high school, a kind of little bit, I guess both of them are what, Robert was probably 3 years older than you?
Yeah, he was a senior when I was a freshman.
Okay, so you got some pretty good guys there to look up to, and we'll talk about being able, having those guys in the finals with you just in a minute. So were you on the 80 team whenever Union County wins the team state championship? Do you get to go to Atherton with them, or are you?
No, I didn't go for that one. They just got back from state. They broke all sorts of records. That 80 team was a great team.
Yeah.
It was big news in our area. And that year, Jared came to me. He said, "Hey, we need to go out and start practicing with the high school guys." And here we are in the 8th grade or 7th grade, something like that. And I said, no, you're crazy. We don't need to be practicing with those guys. And glad that we done that, because I ended up wrestling in 8th grade on the varsity team at 98. So, that 80 team was a tough team.
Absolutely, man. And you said something there that I want to kind of circle back to is in case you're watching this and you don't know the geography of Kentucky, Union County and Louisville is not the easiest drive to make. It's I'd say about 3 hours.
About 3 hours, yeah.
Okay, and especially back in 1980, the roads are not what they are now. Cell phones were non-existent. You probably had to go to a payphone. How do you guys know the night of that Union County won the team title? Like, does it come on the radio or TV, or how does it? People call each other. How does it go?
I found out the next day. People calling each other in the radio station mainly.
Okay.
Everybody calling everybody to get out to the high school because they're going to have a pep rally for them. So I think it was on Sunday. They were coming through town on the bus whenever I found out.
I got you. I mean, we have a great video that Mitch Irvin's mom, I cannot think of her name to save my life at the moment.
Vicky?
Vicky. Yes. Sorry, Vicky. I'm sorry. She sent Mitch's 2007 video, and it's got all of his matches on, the Parade of Champions, all that for 07. And it's got the team coming back in there to Morgan Field on the bus, fire trucks, the whole shebang. We'll talk about fire truck parade here just in a second. But they go back to the school. There's, little kids dress up like, got face paint on, headdresses, the whole shebang, dancing around.
Right.
The community's there, the band's there. Everybody kind of gives a speech. So, I mean, the love is there. You know what I mean? The roots run deep in wrestling there in Union County, and it's cool that you were doing it in 1980. You done it in 1982, and then went all that time from 82 to 07, and it's like that again. But this time we got a little bit better documentation of it on the bus there. It's kind of a cool video. Whenever we get to do Mitch's review videos, we're going to have that included in. But the 82 team, you guys, of course, won it in 80. Got to wrestle on varsity in 81. But the 82 team, when you're looking, like I've asked so many guys this question about when they won a team title as well. When you're in the practice room there, you see Jambo, you see Rob, a couple other people in there. Are you does the coaches give you the speech, hey, we can win this thing again? Do you guys just kind of collectively know, if we all wrestle good, we can bring another state championship home? What's the mentality in 82?
Well, we had a tough room. We had 5 guys in the finals that year, and the other guys on the team were just as good, and we wrestled for Mike Loader Thomas, and he was tough, so it was business the whole time in the room. So it was serious.
Man, I can completely understand. Let's talk about that 1982 state tournament bracket. Now, just kind of catch everybody up. In 82, we had the format of district tournament, regional tournaments, and then the state tournament. The state tournament was 16-man bracket, 2 days at Atherton High School in Louisville. You start off the state tournament with a fall over Bill May of Franklin County. You get to the quarters. You win a 16-3 decision. Do you remember if that was a major decision back then? Is that what it was called?
I believe it was back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that match really well, but I think it was.
Because some of the guys that we have done videos with in the early 80s, I don't know if it's just misremembering or they've called it a superior decision. I don't know if that was something different. We just don't have the rule books, and before we put something out, everybody knows I take a lot of pride in my research and my documentation and all that. So I don't want to say it if it's not. So if you know how that works, you got a rule book or can verify that, please let me know. I'd love to be able to put that out. But nevertheless, you win by a 16-3 decision. You get to the semis. Now, let's go before we go any farther. Union to Franklin County is a pretty good trip as well. It's probably 3.5, 4 hours. Had you wrestled Bill May before?
No, sir.
Okay, because I'm kind of leading to, as spread out as the state is, all 120 counties. I done a post last year on my social media. If you like, Fulton County High School is the farthest western school, and Phelps High School is the farthest eastern high school in the state. And I guess in theory they could meet in a state championship contest or the state tournament. But you could be to like Canada, you could be to DC, you could be to the beach, to Florida, almost or like Myrtle Beach, quicker than what you could be from Fulton County to Phelps. And I say that because, man, in the 80s, it seems like early 80s especially, like teams really didn't get to see other teams unless they were there. You just couldn't pull your phone up, kids, and watch, the latest TikTok or track wrestling or flow with somebody wrestling. So you have such a diverse state, and there's so many different styles of wrestling back then. You had dudes that really weren't, maybe knew 3 moves, but were just crazy strong. That's all they worked on was their strength. And like, what am I coming into? You know what I mean? All 4 matches, you could really be 4 different styles, correct?
Right. We really didn't wrestle in our district. We wrestled our dual meets in our district, but we mainly wrestled like our tournaments. Whites Creek, Tennessee, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the Mater Dei, Bloomington. We went out of state, for our tournaments and did duels in our own area. So we never did come to the eastern part of the state.
I completely understand that. Of course, like, you guys right there on the border, you could be to Illinois in what, 5 minutes? I mean, right across the Indiana, Tennessee, Missouri, all right there. So I completely and no offense to some of the teams back then, but probably better competition too.
Yeah. No, the Mater Dei Classic, we've wrestled it since I can remember. They still wrestle it today.
So I was going to say, I think I said that in Jambo's. I think that the Union County, they still go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I thought. So that'll tell you how good of a tournament it is if you guys went in the 80s and they're still going today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, Seneca, Mike Hill, had you wrestled him before?
No, sir.
So, I mean, a freshman, first time at the state tournament, 2 matches against 2 guys you'd never even seen before. You know what I mean? So that's, I guess you just got to be good at what you do. You know what I mean? You can't worry about the other person. Just do what you do, right?
Yeah. No, being at that age, I really didn't know. It was just another wrestling match to me. Loader said, get out there and wrestle. That's what you done. So you really didn't know. I didn't know the significance of it, I guess you say.
I got you. That makes sense. Now, in the semifinals, you're wrestling Jeff Lawrence from Connor. Again, Connor, Northern Kentucky school. A lot of your Northern Kentucky schools, even to this, even back then, but a lot of the coaches said that. But now, they spend a lot of time in Ohio, Cincinnati area. And they have a very unique style. I can't imagine you wrestled Jeff Lawrence. Is that fair to say?
No, I never wrestled Jeff. I remember before that match, though, going out there, Loader knew about Jeff, how good of a wrestler he was, and just kind of patted me on the back and said, go out there and have fun, do the best you can. And I believe Jeff had an air cast on his ankle during that year at the state tournament, if I remember right. But no, he was a tough guy.
Yeah, and Jeff, he's on the channel. He was a 1983 state runner-up. He was on that Connor team in 83 that won the team title. So, pretty good wrestler there in Jeff, but you win it's either, I can't tell if it's 18 or 10, I'm sorry, not 18, 10-2 or 10-3. Can you tell what it is?
10-2.
Okay, because, this is the original one from the hand wrote whatever, and it's either like a little scribble, so I really can't tell. Now, you get to the finals. As a freshman, you're wrestling Steve Russ from Trinity out of Louisville. Had you wrestled Steve before?
No, sir.
Okay, so 4 for 4, man. 4 new people that you've never seen on the biggest stage. You know, the state. This is the state tournament. I mean, this is it. This is um, for all the marbles. Now you're coming in with a record of 33-4, or so. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Is that correct?
It's 30-4.
Okay. Well, can it's
Yeah,
got
33-4.
so is you'll take it, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess going into the finals it'd be 33-4 because going into tournament I was 30-4. Yeah. So that is
okay, all right, fair enough. And then Steve Russ is a junior. He's coming in to the state finals with a record of 26-2. So, man, you've got, like we said, you got 2 people you mentioned already that were your coaches. You got you at 105, Jambo Smith at 112, and then returning state champion and returning most outstanding wrestler, Robert Irvin, in the finals with you. They're right back to back to back weights. So it's got to be good as a freshman. Like you said, it's just another tournament, no big deal. But you're wrestling with 2 other guys in the warming up or whatever that you've basically warmed up with and wrestled with your whole life.
Right. I always looked up to those 2. No, they were the top guns on the team. Going in, and you always looked up to them, and they mentored all the younger guys really well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And who else was in the finals with you? Do you remember?
See, we had me, Jambo, Robert. You had Neil Wilson.
Okay, because I'm trying to pull it up here because we want to make sure we get it right.
Neil Wilson, I believe he was at 167. And then Devon Smith was at 185. Clarence Speedy Smith, Jambo's brother, was actually at 138. He placed 3rd.
Okay.
And Paul Dunford and Billy Tarver were actually at the state tournament also.
Okay. I'm glad because that was for some reason I wrote a bunch of other stuff down, but I didn't write the team members down. So I'm glad you've got a good memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the guys that went to state.
Okay.
Jared Rudd was on that team. See Mike Burgess, Paul Heen. There's several guys on there. I hate to try to name everybody, but
yeah. No, that's like I said. I'm glad that you were able to pull them out of the hat there. Now, talked about getting the video from James, and we recently just got this within like the past couple weeks. Have got this now. Before you got it from Jambo, how long had it been since you watched it?
Well, it was that year because once we got back to school on a Monday, I was in Coach Freddie Bird's student government class, and they had the tape playing on a loop,
okay.
on a VCR all during the day, and I got to watch it several times during that day, and that was the last time I ever seen it. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's incredible, man, that we're able to, well, Jambo's able to give it back to you, but in this form, man, your family can have it forever. People that know your friends, the people at Union County that you coach, because you were a coach at Union County for how many years did you coach there?
Well, I coached there with Coach Walls when I first got out of the Marine Corps for a few years, and then I went back in 2008 to 17.
Okay, yeah, and you were part of that 08 team, the 11 team, the 14, 15, 16. So you were part of 6 team state championships, man. A lot of names come through there during that period. A lot of Union County legends, though, man. And it's always great to hear stories about people or seeing their name, in the room or whatever. But finally getting to watch the video, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
See them in action. See them in action. And there's going to be people that you coach reach out to you and being like, man, I'd have wiped the mat for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your shots were weak as water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't compare our teams from back then to the teams now. That it's just the sport's evolved so much. you know, and across the whole state, man, we got some great wrestlers throughout the state, you know,
Absolutely,
and
man.
doing big things.
And this past the 2025 state finals, I mean, Union County team wise ran away with it, but the state finals from top to bottom was just like, whoa, you know,
They're stacked.
just good. And
Yes.
the upcoming year is going to be probably just as good, if not better. The 26 year, this 26 class is loaded with talent.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and Jaden, Dalton McNey returning state champion, Johnson Central, George Dennis from Harrison County returning two-time state champion, Braden Blevins be a state champion from Simon Kenton in 23. I mean, just up and down the roster is going to be it's tough.
You got a lot of hammers. You got a lot of hammers across
a lot
the
of
state.
hammers. And
so
this would be a great year if you could get like everybody together and do like a Team Kentucky and travel to like national duels or whatever. I really believe this year, man, we get everybody on board, could really make a lot of people say, what in the Kentucky?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's some great talent out there.
Absolutely, man. And speaking of great talent, we're getting ready to pull your video up here. I do want to say that cameras, for those that are kind of younger, cameras that we have today are not what cameras were back in the early 80s. They were these big, huge shoulder mount cameras or big tripods. And pretty much once they got set, they were probably not going to be moved because they were so big. And that, I believe what happens here, because I think they set the camera up just a little bit too far back behind you can see everybody's back there. We have the face off. You can hear your name, but you don't get the best shot of you because the camera just didn't move. So
right, that's Devon right there.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Here we go.
Well,
And there you are, man, in that blue singlet with the white trim. And of course, you can't tell it on this video, but the Trinity singlet is their traditional dark green color. I've been told that was and something on the official side of the house that I've noticed is you guys had ankle bands, but the referees didn't wear wristbands.
No, they didn't wear wristbands, and we had to start on the edge of the circle also.
That was my next point. I was going to bring it up here. You guys start on that 10-foot circle on the edge of it.
Isn't that Mr. Klein right there, referee?
It is. Yep, that's Jack Klein. All right, so as a freshman here, man, what was at this point of your wrestling career, what was your go-to? What are we looking to do here?
At that point in time, I did a lot of front head and arm. I wasn't a big shooter for single legs or double legs. I always got a front head and arm going for a cradle or something like that.
Right.
Just a good one.
I got you. Now, this match right here, you kind of alluded to it. It's not the most high-scoring match you'll ever see, but it's brute for two 105-pounders. It's grueling. I mean, You guys stayed in somewhat this position for a very long time.
Right. I believe I don't think there were any points scored here in the first period. Everything was scored, like quick skates or something like that. Then I get a takedown at the end.
Now, earlier in the day, you found a phenomenal photo, which you guys will see later on. Had some mat maids in it. Were they also, because you can hear some cheerleading, were they cheerleaders for you as well?
Right. We called them wrestlerettes back then.
Okay.
And I think we had a really good crowd that year. I guess it's during the time of the Farm Machinery Show.
Okay.
Everybody comes up for it and comes to the tournament.
I can completely understand that.
You know, and they told me about Steve right before the finals. You know how he was a lot older than me, and I remember warming up, and I would purposely go toward him just to see how big he was, make sure he wasn't too much bigger than me.
I get it.
But,
You
know,
All right, we're out of bounds, and somewhere in that scramble, you lost your headgear.
mm-hmm. I was a big 105-pounder. I had a tough time making weight all year long.
Mm-hmm. Now, who's in your corner this year, coaching? You remember?
Loader Thomas and Freddie Berg.
Okay. All right, so he took top there.
Whenever I seen this, I was kind of shocked whenever I seen that. I figured he would have taken bottom.
That was my exact thoughts as well. So on the bottom, first time we've got to see you on the bottom position like this. Same question, were you looking to just escape, just whatever you could, or
stand up and escape? Mainly, no, I could switch and things like that, but if I got to my feet, I was pretty good on my feet.
So you get away there. So now it's 1-0 you.
And we go back to the front head and arm again.
I was gonna say, man, you guys stay. Did you remember like feeling fatigued? Because normally a lot of 105s, even back then, 98-pounders, like they are today, they were still pretty active on their feet. You very rarely saw too much of this like slow down wrestling.
Yeah, I remember toward the end of the match, I had that arm pump, and my arms were just killing me toward the end of the match.
Like you see these MMA fights or these professional level jiu-jitsu or judo or grappling tournaments, is the people, the experts, whatever, the high-ranking black belts, they'll tell people, don't burn yourself out trying for a submission. If you can't get it, try for something else. You don't want to kill your arms or kill your legs, just wear them out.
I kept trying to go behind and run in circles, and I was at that point in time I was kind of wondering what the heck am I going to do. He's keeping up with me when I'm trying to go behind.
And something else too in the 80s is they would commentate the scoring. They would commentate the match.
Right.
I tell people about that when I'm out or whatever, and they're like, "Forget it, whatever." I'm like, "Watch one of the videos," and they're like, "I can't believe they done that."
Right.
Trying to tell you. Do a good sprawl there, right there, man. Keeping yourself from getting scored on this late. All right, so we go into the third period. It's going to be your choice, and you take down again. No, he takes
down. He took down.
Okay.
I think back then, you take whenever he took top, he automatically goes to the bottom the next period.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's what it was.
I got you.
I think I ride him pretty tough throughout this period till the end of the match.
Yeah. I can hear somebody's voice, but I don't know who it is.
That's Loader. He said swap sides, going to the other side.
That's smart.
He didn't like it setting up the same every time.
I'll have to get with my Trinity crowd to see who the coaches are on that side. I don't think that's Coach Ellenbrand. It may be, but I don't think so. So, to my Trinity friends, tell me who we're looking at here, coaching. Now, it looks like you got like a banana split or a splayed or something locked up there. Is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull him over, and I can't get him over.
Yeah.
That's Loader right there, Loader Thomas.
That is.
Yeah, back then we went in Union County Braves. We were Loaders Rollers. That's what they called us. That was even on our uniform.
No kidding.
Our sweat. Yeah, I got a picture. It shows it on our sweatsuits.
You have to make sure to send that to me.
Yeah, it's that color picture that I sent you earlier that I had it on.
Oh, is that? Okay. I got you. Doing a good job, man. Riding him here late in the third. Wore out.
Yeah. I wish we had riding time.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely get a point on that one. You're trying to suck him back there for some near fall.
30 seconds. He gets an escape here. And then we go back to the front hand and arm again. I really didn't know what I needed to do. Oh, he gets one. It's 1-1 now.
Yep, 1-1. Late in the third, very late in the third. And you get a takedown.
Instead of going one way, I went back the other way.
That's smart. And that's the end of the match, man. You win a final score 3-1. There's Jambo warming up.
Yep.
Getting ready to come out. Get a hug.
Oh, yeah. We were all very close.
Yep. And, of course, we have the medal ceremony. My goodness, look how young Orville is right there.
We were all young.
Yeah, well.
You weren't born yet.
I was going to say, I was really young. I wouldn't even thought of. Here you come.
Had hair back then, too.
Now, that bracket right there, you guys will see that later. I'm so glad that camera got a shot of it. And here's Union County getting the team state championship trophy. I would say that still sits in the trophy case. Union County High School, is that correct?
Yes, it does.
I was going to say.
I looked at it the other day, matter of fact. Yeah, that was a good year. Now, we weren't expected to win state, and it ended up coming out on top.
So I was going to say, you guys, Union County, that is, you won with a final score, a team score, and I just had it, of 130.5, and Wagner out of Louisville, 115. So you won 15 and a half points there. All three, the lighter weights come through. I don't want to say that kind of sealed it, but you know, when you get three like that in the finals, you score those advancement points, those placement points, man, that can really separate you when it matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had 5 in the finals that year, but what actually won it for us was Clarence Speedy Smith. He wrestled 138. He placed third earlier that day, and we had the team sealed up at that time. That's what they told us.
That's good to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No pressure.
Yeah. But man, earlier we talked, or just a second ago, the video showed you getting that bracket, and you, I guess, found it today or had it put up, but you guys will see a photo of it. That's the original bracket that you guys just saw there in the video. You still have it. So youngsters, to the wrestlers that are in high school or going to be coming into high school, no matter when you watch this, hold on to your stuff. Don't get rid of it. I promise you, it will mean something. Also, in 1982, you guys got those incredible Team State Championship jackets. Do you have that?
Yep.
Show it to us real quick. Look at this right here. Look how sharp that is. I mean, 43 years later, it still looks like it's brand new. You've kept it in great condition. I mean, and that's something that is that's priceless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wore it all through high school, and then my mom put it up. So
yeah,
parents did a great job.
And kudos to your mom for putting that up. So many, and that jacket is actually what got me got the idea for me to do the ring state championship individual and team collection, and the individual or the Letterman jacket and team state championship jacket. So man, that was the kind of the spark, and we've had great response. A lot of history pulled out between the individual and state championship rings and the Letterman and team state championship jackets. Do you have that 82 championship patch?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I hope you've got it there. Look at that. That's the original 1982 team state championship patch. Did you guys get those in like a ceremony, or how did that go?
They gave them to us during the wrestling banquet that year.
Okay.
And I was able to get my hands on 2 of them. So I put one on my Letterman's jacket, and I kept this one.
Hey man, you should have got 2 for being on top of the podium and being part of the team. But I am so glad you have that one as well. Earlier today, you guys will see a photo of it, but you found your 1985 individual state championship jacket, and I mean, it is phenomenal. State champion UCHS wrestling 85. I mean, that is unbelievable that they've held up that well. That jacket is close to my age because I was born in January 85. You won that in February 85. So, you know, me and the jackets got a connection there. Just incredible stuff, man. Incredible stuff. And also this color photo that you found of the Union County team there. This is at Atherton. You got you 3 guys there in the front, some of the wrestlerettes, some of the coaching staff there. I mean, just an incredible piece of Union County history there. And earlier we talked about the fire truck, the parade coming back in. You sent me a photo of the Union County team there. Now, I've been to Morgan Field once in my life a couple years ago. What do you like looking at that building? Can you tell where that's at?
That's just past the courthouse there.
Okay.
In the middle of town.
Like, do they meet you there at the county line and escort you in, or they meet like at the school and take you through town? How does it go?
We would meet out there at the Walmart, and all the trucks and policemen and everybody come in and load us up on there, and then we go through town, and then the bus picks us up on the city limits on the other side.
Man, that is too cool. I mean, that is just so cool. Huh?
They have a parade for them when they come back now.
And I was going to say, let's real quick talk about Union County history, because I always like to add the history into no matter what school it is, no matter if they have, hold the team record or state record, or they only have one state champion. I think everybody needs to have that way it's out there. You know what I mean? We don't have to guess. We don't have to search for it, whatever. As of this filming, Union County is in the lead. I mean, they are the state record holders, 16 team state championships, 1976, 1980, 82, 07, 08, 2011, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024, and 2025. And I would have to imagine, like I said, as of this filming, they're setting their sights on number 17. There's two twins in that room. I'm sure they want to leave a legacy, 5 state championships. I'm sure there's more, but not sure those two are going to make sure everybody else is, falling in line. 82 individual state champions. Again, that's first place overall first place in the state. Kentucky, we're not class. We don't have divisions or splits. If you win it, you're it. I mean, that's it. Team and individual. So 82 team state or individual champions, 81 boys, 1 girl. The lone girl is Tanya Bacon. She's on the channel. Good little wrestler in her own right there. Some of the names that's come through Union County, your Brock Irvins, your 5-timers, Jordan and Jaden Rainey's come through. Stephen Little, 2-time All-American at Little Rock, 4-timer, rest in peace to our Bryce Schaefer.
Yeah.
Some little, I didn't have a bit of muscle on his body, George King. I don't even know how he, functioned. Weak as water, soft as cotton. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was fun to watch.
Oh, dude, listen.
He's a beast.
George was our first Union County State Champion on the channel. If you haven't watched it, go back and check his video out. He was in the same boat. He had never seen his video, and we were able to, do his review video there. I'm sure Union County, I left somebody off. I'm sorry. There was just so many names going through my head, but got so much of a tradition at Union County, and it's just it's in the foreseeable future with Jarvis, Elam coaching, Brooks Black, Rob running around, Tim Irvin running around, a great alumni program and association going on with that. I mean, I don't see wrestling slacking off in Union County anytime soon. Do you?
No, they got a great program. The community is unbelievable behind them, and I tell you what, not only wrestling, but our football team.
Yeah,
they went state last year, placed second. Our baseball team, our softball, all the sports out there at the high school has some great coaches and great athletes. So,
and earlier talking about how far Fulton County was to Phelps, Belfry High School, which is not too far from Phelps, but they had to travel out there for that playoff game. Right. And you could actually make it to Toronto, Canada, quicker from Belfry to Canada than what you could Belfry to Union County.
Right.
Of course, Union County got to go to the state football finals this year. I think it was the first time in school history, correct?
Yeah, they done an outstanding job. I went to that game. That team's a great team. They had a good one again this year.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that's good. And of course, your 85 videos on the channel, but it should go. You wrestled, I believe his name, Nick Mazzoli.
Right.
Is that how it's pronounced? I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I believe it's Nick Mazzoli from Jeffersontown. You win a 6-3 decision there in 1985, 132 pounds. Now, you have a kind of a unique Union County aura about you because you were a part of 3 straight individual champions in 82 and back-to-back weights. Of course, you, Jane Bowe, and Rob Irvin in 85, you had Brad Hagedorn, you, and Jared Rudd.
Yeah, Brad Hagedorn was the first one, then me, and then Jared.
And Jared. So, Brad, man, reach out. We got to complete the 85 trifecta. In April of 2024, man, we were at the Rock the Country. You guys will see a photo of us. We were at Rock the Country. They're in Ashland. And cell phone service was horrible. I mean, it was just you could not get a phone call, a text out to save your life. And just so happened, we were able to get a message through to each other, and we met up, got to say hello, got a photo. You guys will see it. It was a pretty good show. Got to see Kid Rock. I forget who else was there. Somebody,
Nelly.
Nelly. Yeah, I forgot about Nelly. You got to have Nelly. It was a great show, man. It really was. It was a great event, and it was cool to meet up like that. And there was another state champion from Simon Kenton there named Jeff Everman, 1987 state champion. He was there, and it was just being able to make connections through this, and then seeing people out. And who would have ever thought we would have met at the Rock the Country? You know what I mean? But there we were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tell you, even this whole series has brought a lot of different people together. Also, I've got in contact with several wrestlers that I've wrestled with throughout the years or against throughout the years because of this series. So, and it's a great thing. We enjoy them.
Well, man, I appreciate it. The series runs on the stories. It runs on the legends of people that come before the sport was popular. I mean, you can attest to this. The sport of wrestling in Kentucky, even up till just recently, I mean, recently, it was an afterthought across the state. I mean, very few teams, well, I guess it should be said, very few schools had wrestling teams.
Right.
Some of your bigger cities did, Lexington, Louisville, whatever, but very few teams were around. It was a kind of a very closed community. You had, your names kind of, I don't want to say calling the shots, but kind of had positions locked up, and they done a great job with it. I mean, we went from Atherton to the dungeon because they saw the growth, and we went from the dungeon to the horse park. I think that may have been the best available venue, no matter what you think about the horse dander in the dirt. I mean, that was probably the best that we could probably get at the time, and the stories have always been there. The great wrestling has always been there. The state champions have always been there. We just didn't have a platform, and now we do. Now we're leading the charge. And I've said, it's a cliche that I've started, but there's not too many things people can say. Why can't we be more like Kentucky? Why can't we be more like wrestling? And when you scroll social media, you get comments on Facebook or the YouTube videos or whatever, and you get somebody from like Michigan. There's been several people from Michigan. Man, I wish Michigan had somebody like you. I wish we had our own series. Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. There was a gentleman, a state champion in Alabama, reached out wanting to do his, just to do it, not necessarily be a part of Kentucky, just to do and be a part of it. Tennessee. I mean, we go on and 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 on. And we've had so many guys across the country, Kentucky state champions, that you know how it is. Once it gets in your blood, you can't get it out. You know what I mean? Is you find a youth program, you find the local high school team or club want to help coach, and they share their, oh man, watch my state championship match on this, whatever. And that spreads, and you got people all around the country spreading what we're not necessarily what Alex Green's doing. It has nothing. It is not me. It's what Kentucky wrestling is doing, and I want to make that the prime goal. The mission is, I just want to show everybody what Kentucky wrestling has to offer. That's it. I want to put our best foot forward, give us a platform, and give us a presentation into conversations, into situations, into living rooms, onto somebody's phone screen or computer screen that would never even think about Kentucky wrestling, but they know the person, they get invested in their story, and the next thing you know, they're at a meet. They're wanting to come to the state tournament. You guys really shoot the fireworks like that? You really have the steam on the side? I'm like, you better believe it. We do now. Yeah. And that's what this series is about, man, is just giving people the awareness that they should have had a long time ago about what we knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's reached out to a lot of, I coached in Michigan for a little while, a couple of years up in Niles, Michigan at Brandywine High School. And, now this series, I got so many great friends up there. Now they get to see what I was preaching, It's pretty cool. So.
And man, that story kind of echoes so many places, whether it's guys been in the military or moved for work, whatever it may be, and they put roots down, like you said, met a few people. That is just an incredible incredible testament to what Kentucky wrestling's been able to do because, you know, I think people in our state, they know high school athletics, no matter where you're at, that's the biggest game in town.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling and some, I don't want to say the majority now, but I would say still in a lot of spots. I mean, you have to get schedule it out a year in advance. We want the gym on this Saturday and this Tuesday night for wrestling. And,
Right.
where schools may not have a dedicated practice room, where are we going to practice at this year? Are we going to, who's going to coach? Some places have a very high turnover of coaches. Are we going to even, these kids have been practicing or gone to tournaments. Are we going to have a coach for them? And
Yeah.
we just want to give the Kentucky wrestling community the best platform to present what we have to offer. And I think so far with the stories, the people we've had on, I think we have more than accomplished that mission. And I didn't say it at the beginning, I was going to, and it slipped my head, but your video, number 401.
Oh, wow.
401. There's
That's
only 837 state champions. So my mission is to get as many people as we can, whether they're still with us or we have to do a memorial video for their family. Believe me, I'm on a quest. We want to get everybody we can get. We want to tell every story that we can possibly tell because I think you guys deserve it. I think you need this platform. Should have had it a long time ago, but here we are. We're in the fast lane and we ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I look forward to every day seeing if there's a new video or a new trivia question come up or something like that. My dad's always calling. Did you see the video today?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's at every meet for Union County also.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
JL. We call him JL Lovell. And he goes to every match, and he's at every state tournament. So,
well, JL, man, if you see me at the state tournament this year, make sure you come say hello.
Yeah.
There's several people this past year, they saw me at the girls and the boys. I got to officiate the boys, and, if I'm officiating on the mat, it's going to be kind of hard to, wave and say hello, take a photo, whatever. But if you see me, I'm on a break or walking or, get something to eat or whatever, I'm easy to talk to, easy to deal with, to say hello. I give you as much time as I can because I want to feel open to people. I want to feel welcoming to people because it's the community that we've created. And I just, like I said, if I'm on the mat, kind of work with me a little bit. And because believe it or not, I have to say that because there's been people I've been officiating at some of the meets still want to come up and try to talk while I'm officiating. I'm like, whoa, give me just a minute. I promise we'll talk all you want when we get done here, but I got to give these kids my attention. But man, we've talked a lot, said a lot, been waiting to get this one done for a long time. Is there anything else that we need to cover? You want to talk about? Say anything that we haven't discussed? Man, the floor is yours.
No, I just really appreciate what you're doing, and I know all the guys that are on the channel, all the videos that you've done across the state, people appreciate it. It's brought a lot of families together. It's brought a lot of guys together throughout the thing. My family, my sister, she's been involved in wrestling, since she was little, and manager and things like that. My mom, and it's just, it's done a great thing for the whole community of wrestling throughout the state. So we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, I do. I appreciate the words. I really do. It's never felt like a job. It's never felt like a oh man, I gotta film another video or I gotta edit another video or it's going on. We started in January of 22 doing this series. It's August 25, and it's never the travel, the finding the research, doing the bracket research, trying to get up with people, having people make connections. It's never felt strenuous. It's never felt like a job. It's felt like, all right, what can I do in this video that I saw that I can make the next one better? You know what I mean? Kind of like going into I don't want to say going into a wrestling match, but it's kind of like if I'm going to give this platform and put people out there like that, how can I make them and the sport look as good as I can? What can I do? And, some of them, I'm not saying I'm not proud of, but I didn't have the talking skills. I didn't have the production skills. You know what I mean? I was just happy to be there, and I'm watching like the lighting isn't the best, or I ask dumb questions, or you know what I mean. And it's just like I'd like to have that one back. But I think for the whole, man, I think we've done good for the sport and give people a lot to be proud of, and
getting stories out there,
and getting it out there, man. And so, to my Union County friends, real quick, I have some names here of some state champions that I have your video. So please, 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 if you're listening, reach out to me. 1981, Morris Brown. 1983, Joe Bob Rudd. 1985, Brad Hagedorn. 1992, Brad Irvin. 2000, Munt Trowbridge. 2005, Max Irvin. 2007, Mitch Irvin. 2008, Mitch Irvin. Brock, all five of yours. Isaac Thomas, 2010. Caleb Irvin, your 2010 and 2011 video. Thomas Buckman, 2011. We would like to get with Bryce Schaefer's family and do his memorial video. We've talked to Mike. It's just getting it lined up because we want to do his in person.
Yeah, Mike and Nikki.
Yeah. Saul Irvin, your 2017, 2018 videos. I don't have the one, I think it's the 2019 year or maybe it's 2015. Your 2016 when Dallas, I don't have that one. Matthias and Micah in 20. Jake Insco in 20. Stephen Little, your 3. Payne Carr, 21. And then, like I said, we have talked to Lucas Ricketts within the last week, so we're going to be doing his. And Braxton Corbett from this past year, 25. So if any of those names ring a bell, you can make connections. Please reach out to myself, to Danny. We can get in contact with them. We just let them know we're looking for them. They're on America's top 10 most wanted. You know what I mean?
All right.
If you've seen these individuals, please contact your local embassy or consulate. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're being tracked down. We got Dog the Bounty Hunter on you.
There's some good ones in there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, guys, I believe we've reached a great ending point. Danny, man, thank you for doing this. And Jambo, thank you for having the video, man. It's just a phenomenal video. We've been wanting to get this one done for a while. Believe me, I've been searching, and Jambo just happened to have the magic ticket. You know what I mean? What do you do?
Right down the road, just got it.
right down the road from you. See him all the time, and just there it was, right there in front of us all the time. So, guys, thank you all for watching, Danny, man. Glad to get this one done. It was fun. Been looking forward to it for a long time. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys and girls on the mats.